today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's a special Christmas Day edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Baker Mayfield and the Los Angeles Rams versus Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Rams. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Now here's Russell Wilson, 11th season in the league. First, of course, with Denver after a high-profile trade this offseason that saw him dealt from Seattle.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
Wilson going to come out throwing. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Washington. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Wilson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he will have a Broncos first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he's got room. And he's going to be out down inside the 20. That one good for 33 and a first.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. 4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-0. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They're led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2018, Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
First down, Mayfield. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. That one a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete to the tight end, Higbee. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Mayfield on play action. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Wilson. Got a man open. It's Sutton. A couple of veterans. Wilson to Sutton there for the Bronco first. Play action. It's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Beck. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But the only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Again, Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Up the middle, Murray. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now. And he's only carried the ball 4 times. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. To throw is Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Flushed out right. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Leonard Floyd able to get him for a loss of about 3. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
Forced out to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Russell Wilson. A 5-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A 10-play drive that time. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Mayfield on first down. Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Mayfield being chased out left. Open man is Skoranek. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer there, a big mistake defensively.
Yeah, and even though you've got a quarterback out of the pocket and the rules change downfield, that doesn't mean the same rules don't apply with the QB. Anything more than one step, they're going to throw.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Van Jefferson from 3 yards out. And the Rams are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And our attention here turns to Latavius Murray. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now it's Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Now it's Wilson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Washington. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here's Wilson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Washington. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing is Wilson. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. Back deep, Brandon Powell. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Now the Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. A big play there just before halftime, and even 60 yards. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Gay's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive resulting in the field goal. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense coming back out, and there's Van Jefferson leading them. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Alex Singleton, a former Canadian League star, in on the stop. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Here's a run with Akers on second down. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Going right back to Akers. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 44 yards on the ground for him so far. Options galore here, second and a few inches. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Mayfield looks to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Baker Mayfield taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Rams have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Third quarter action here on Christmas Day. Hope everyone's having a blessed holiday season. 2nd and 10 right now. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Broncos on the move here a bit. Nice plays in succession back-to-back.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing again here, Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On first down, Murray. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On the stop was Aaron Donald. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down. Here's Wilson to throw. That goes out wide to Murray. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Alex Singleton, the linebacker, there on the tackle. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Mayfield. He's going to go for a big play downfield. At high to ground and incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So here is Wilson and the Broncos, trailing 17-10, a minute 46 to go. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Finding Sutton. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Throwing now is Wilson. Open man, and again it's Sutton. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now Wilson. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Wilson to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll go again here with Akers. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.